Sigma males are a fascinating enigma. Often perceived as independent and self-sufficient, they hide within themselves an emotional depth and a unique way of connecting with the world. But behind that serene and controlled facade lie secrets that few people ever uncover. This video from Official Sigma Male unveils those hidden truths, offering a window into the complexity of their minds and hearts. If you've ever felt disconnected from others while yearning for meaningful bonds, or if you've suppressed your emotions to appear stronger, you may find something deeply relatable in these revelations. Stay until the end, because understanding these aspects might change how you see yourself and how you interact with others. Silent observers, Sigmas are masters of observation. While others focus on the obvious, they pick up on what's unsaid. Body language, subtle expressions, and silences that speak louder than words. This skill isn't accidental. It stems from an innate curiosity and a desire to understand the world without interfering in it. However, they prefer to keep their perceptions to themselves, creating an atmosphere where others feel comfortable and free from judgment. This ability allows them to navigate social situations with ease, but it can also be a burden. By noticing so much, they often feel drained by the sheer amount of stimuli they process. Have you ever felt exhausted after a meeting just from observing? Try, like the Sigmas, to alternate periods of intense attention with moments of disconnection. Additionally, this constant observation doesn't mean they're detached. In fact, they often understand people better than they understand themselves. Yet ironically, this insight can distance them, as they quickly spot when someone isn't genuine. So while they may seem distant, their awareness makes them more present than you might think. Emotional depth. Sigmas experience emotions like underground currents, invisible on the surface, but intense in their flow. Unlike others, they don't seek validation by sharing their feelings. They prefer to process them in solitude. It's not that they're insensitive, they simply see vulnerability as something to be handled with care. If you've ever kept a journal or reflected privately on your emotions, you've touched a bit of this introspective approach. However, this approach can be a double-edged sword. By not sharing what they feel, they may seem distant or cold to those who don't understand their nature. This doesn't mean they don't need support, but they prefer to receive it in less obvious forms, like quiet companionship or subtle acts of care. If you also tend to keep your emotions private, try connecting with yourself in creative ways. Writing, painting, or even walking while reflecting can be powerful ways to channel your feelings, just as Sigmas do. Desire for connection. Although their independence is one of their greatest virtues, Sigmas are not immune to the desire for connection. They yearn for meaningful relationships, but face an internal dilemma: the fear of being hurt. Many of their past experiences have led them to protect themselves behind emotional walls, avoiding any relationship that seems risky or superficial. This doesn't mean they don't value the people in their lives. On the contrary, when they find someone worthy of their trust, they become loyal and deeply connected allies. However, this connection doesn't happen easily. It requires time and patience, both from them and from those who wish to get close. If you've ever felt torn between wanting a relationship and fearing its potential disappointments, you understand this conflict perfectly. To overcome this fear, Sigmas often analyze every relationship carefully before committing. If you want to build genuine bonds, take a page from their book. Prioritize quality over quantity and take small but steady steps toward mutual trust. The key is to remember that even the strongest relationships begin with small acts of vulnerability, constant analysis. The mind of a Sigma male never stops. Their analytical nature drives them to dissect every situation, from the simplest to the most complex. They can't help it. It's as if they're always searching for a pattern, a solution, or a new perspective. This gives them impressive clarity in decision-making, but can also be exhausting as they rarely manage to disconnect. For example, while others enjoy casual conversation, a Sigma is analyzing the tone, words, and intentions behind what's being said. This skill can help avoid conflicts or anticipate problems, but can also make them miss simple, spontaneous moments. If your mind is always racing, try practicing mindfulness, a tool that can help you focus on the present and give your thoughts a break. Nonetheless, this analytical inclination has its positive side. Sigmas are exceptional problem solvers. When others feel lost, they see clear paths. If you ever find yourself at a crossroads, try emulating this approach. Step back, analyze the facts, and consider potential outcomes before acting. Hidden strength. Sigmas project an image of strength and self-confidence that few question. However, behind that outer strength lies a constant struggle. It's not that they're invulnerable. They've simply learned to carry their burdens silently, avoiding any display of weakness. For them, vulnerability is something to be shared only under special circumstances and with people they absolutely trust. But even the strongest need support. Although they rarely ask for it, a Sigma deeply values genuine acts of solidarity. If you have a Sigma friend, showing your support with small gestures can make a big difference, even if they don't openly admit it. Sometimes a simple, "How are you really?" can open a door you didn't know existed. This hidden strength also allows them to overcome challenges that would be insurmountable for others. But remember, even lone wolves need rest. If you resonate with this need to constantly appear strong, reflect on how you might allow yourself to be vulnerable in safe moments. It's an act of courage, not weakness. Fear of disappointment. Although Sigmas may seem unstoppable, they have a hidden fear they rarely share: disappointment. This fear isn't just tied to others, but also to themselves. Being extremely demanding of their environment and their own actions leads them to avoid emotional or professional risks that could result in failure or betrayal. This is why Sigmas are careful in choosing their battles. They prefer to engage only in situations they deem truly valuable, minimizing the chances of disappointment. However, this attitude can cause them to miss opportunities, as their tendency to protect themselves often holds them back. Have you ever avoided a risk only to miss out on something that could have changed your life? If so, dare to take that controlled leap you fear. This fear also drives them to seek perfection in everything they do, which can be exhausting. If you relate to this struggle, try accepting that you can't always control the outcomes. Life is full of lessons disguised as failures, and learning to see them as opportunities can help you grow. Like a Sigma, aim to balance protecting yourself and opening up to the world. Sigma males remind us that the most reserved people are often the most complex. Behind their independence lies deep emotions, analytical minds, and a longing for connection that makes them unique. Understanding these traits not only brings us closer to them, but also teaches us valuable lessons about ourselves. Do you identify with any of these traits? If so, perhaps it's time to explore more about your own nature and how you can enhance it. Don't forget to subscribe to Official Sigma Male and turn on notifications to keep discovering the secrets that will help you grow and connect better with yourself and others. The next revelation might just be the key you've been searching for.